I want to win. That's just my nature.
To me, that comes off as a little cocky or brash.
Well,
when you come out here, you know what I'm saying, your first
understand.
pro tournament, and you say, you know, I can win.
Why go to a tournament if you're not going there to try and win? There's really no point. And second sucks, and third's even worse. I want to win. That's just my nature.
You'll learn.
I've always enjoyed the seclusion of practicing and getting ready for events, and then obviously taking what I have done in practice and into game time and be able to display that.
I just wanted to keep playing and competing. I love to play in tournaments, and I love just to compete no matter what it is. I just love it. I love watching people hit balls. It's just fascinating to me because there are so many different ways. Like, there are different personalities. Every personality is different from one another. And golf is the same way. It's just a microcosm of their personality. It's different. And I just like seeing all these different moves, and they all hit the ball well. And especially at the tour level, it's fun to just kind of sometimes kick back on the range as I'm walking and just watch these guys hit balls. Oh yeah, any player on tour, because obviously they've done something well to get there, and I just like to know what it is and watch. Maybe I can learn from it. I was raised with my parents saying, you know what, you can't go practice unless you have your homework done. So school always came first. So school was always my priority before golf. And because of that, I said, you know what, why change now? And I've been knocked for a lot of different reasons all my life. And I guess this is no exception. I take shots for everything I do. Well, I go there with the intention of winning. That's my ultimate goal. Now, sometimes I feel more comfortable than other times. There's no doubt about that. But when I teed up on that first tee, I feel like I have just as good a chance as anybody else. I've always been a person that does anything to win. And if that means, like at Pebble Beach last year, I was at the time one shot back, or even, one shot back, and I went for an 18 from 276 into the wind and knocked it on the green. Sometimes I pull it off, and other times I don't. But if you want to win, you got to go.
What is it like to be a role model, and do you ever find it to be quite a burden?
You know what, I think it's awesome. I really do, because it's not too often you actually get a chance to influence a lot of people in a good way. And if you have that opportunity, I think you should take it. I mean, anyone who's living should be a role model in some way, shape, or form. And if I'm in a position where I can influence more than one person, you know, I'm gonna take advantage of that. I don't talk very much. I'm very into my own world, concentrating, focusing, and just trying to take care of business. I don't know how you can not show emotion when you hit a good shot, or make a great putt, or do something out of the ordinary and spectacular. How can you not feel good about yourself? Well, he's my instructor. Butch knows my golf swing, and he knows what it takes. And you know, and also it always helps to have a second pair of eyes, because you feel and real are usually two different things. What you feel and you're actually doing something in the golf swing is usually totally different. Plus, he's got so much more infinite knowledge about the game than I do. He can teach me, but ultimately, no matter what he teaches me, I got to go out there and mine, ultimately, to be the best.
I've won a few times, yes, certainly, and would like to win more.
And is winning still easy for you?
It's never been easy, ever, never, ever. I really didn't care about being famous. The only thing I cared about is winning golf tournaments and winning major championships and trying to beat these guys out here. That to me was my goal. Well, I think life's experiences, and I think having two great parents certainly shaped that. Giving me the tools and the confidence and the knowledge to go ahead and do that, and the guidance, and that's instrumental. Not everyone has two great parents. No, I think ultimately it's up to the person. You can't push someone into that position. They have to enjoy it. I would like to win, there's no doubt. That's the whole idea of competing is to win. If I can give 100% and feel that my best is still good enough to win, then I'll keep playing. If I know that I can't put it together anymore like I used to, there's no sense for me to get out there and embarrass myself anymore. I won't do that. Pretty hard worker, no doubt.
Driven?
Absolutely.
Focused? And hates losing?
Pretty much.
Loves winning?
Absolutely.
Eventually we're trying to outdo one another and try and one-up one another and trying to get in each other's heads.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this is the start of it.
You know, I miss being out there. I miss competing. I miss mixing up with the boys and
I like beating those guys, and that's why I practice all those hours, is to be ready to take on those guys down the stretch. And do I miss it? Absolutely, 100%. And to be at my age now, at 40 years old, I'm the first one to admit I can't do the things I used to be able to do. But most people can't at my age versus when they were younger. But I'm naturally a tactician. Even when I was hitting the ball long and blowing over the top of bunkers, that was the strategy. And so I used my mind, and then eventually the method I used allowed me to master my craft. I know how to get it done. I just need to get into a position to get it done. Winning was fun. Beating someone's even better. You know, if you win a race, you know, you win a meet by a second or two, it sure feels like a lot better if you win it by five or six. You know, striking 4 or 5 guys out, but you know what? Throwing no-hitter is even better.
I want to win. That's just my nature.
To me, that comes off as a little cocky or brash.
Well,
When you come out here, you know what I'm saying, your
I
first
understand.
pro tournament, you say, you know, I can win.
why go to a tournament if you're not going there to try and win? There's really no point. At second sucks, and third's even worse. I want to win. That's just my nature.
You'll learn.